Hello internet, and today is going to be the last day of top 7 in 7 days, and I've had a lot of fun, and I just want to thank Book Rose for starting this and inviting everyone. And hopefully this video won't be as long as all the other ones because we're talking about anticipated books, so there's not much I can talk about here other than I really want to read these books. So for me, this is again in no particular order. I just want to read all these books, and these are 7 of them that I want to read. However, half of these are books that are actually going to be released in 2018, and the other half are just books that I don't have in my possession and want to own eventually and want to read eventually. Therefore, I'm still anticipating them, even if I actually could go and purchase them right now. I have yet to do so, therefore I anticipate doing so. So we're going to start off with the books that are actually coming out in 2018, and the first of which is Mistress by Audrey Coulthurst. She is the same one who wrote Of Fire and Stars, and I was so excited when I heard Of Fire and Stars was coming out. I really wanted a female-female relationship portrayed in a book, and this seemed like one that was gonna happen, but it wasn't gonna be super fluffy and really like really cheesy, okay? I just don't want it to be super cheesy. And she didn't fail me in Of Fire and Stars, so I don't think she's gonna fail me in Mistress. Plus, it has an amazing premise. This one seems like it's going to deal a lot more in magic than Of Fire and Stars did, because it's going to talk about 2 girls, but one of them is going to have this power where she can write things into stone, like into the future, and make things happen in real life by using her blood. Blood has some sort of magic. I have seen that power once before, and just the catastrophic abilities that a power like that has, so fascinating. I can't wait to see it happen, and I can't wait to read this book. Number 2 is going to be Tess in the Road. I can't remember the author for this one, but the picture is going to be here. I'm pretty sure the original intention of why I picked up and why I anticipate this book is because I just love the cover, and I'm hoping based on the cover there's going to be dragons. I really want a book where a dragon is in it and as a character and it's really good, okay? I just want a dragon book. But it might not be, because while dragons are mentioned, I'm pretty sure this is just like about a girl who people are sexist and mean to her because she doesn't want to like do regular female things and only men can protect people, so she's like, nah fam, and she runs away. Hopefully there's still dragons and that, but if it's just that, I'm still excited because at least there is like an awesome looking abstract dragon on the cover, so I'm there for that. Book number 3 is A Record of a Spaceborne Few. Guess who this is by, with that long, very beautiful, but not easy to roll off the mouth title? Becky Chambers. She is the same woman who wrote A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet and then wrote A Close and Common Orbit. So I originally read this book, I fell in love with it, and then I found out it's a part of a series. How excited was I when I found out there was a series to a book that I thought was just a standalone? Super excited. So I bought the second book. I've yet to read the second book, but I'm already excited for the third book because the whole premise of the first book, all the characters, they were so amazing that I can't imagine not loving the rest of the series. So this follows a cast of characters called the Wayfarers because their ship is called the Wayfarer, and it's kind of like a Star Trek type story where it's a lot about the characters, their interactions. We get to see a lot of philosophy, a lot of conversations between these people. There's action going on, like high tense situations, but don't count on this book for that. This is a lot more about the conversations of like species getting along with each other, trying to understand people of different cultures, different ethnicities, different like alien groups from you, conversations of what makes AI and what makes it okay, and like all these wonderful conversations, not only philosophy but just characters and how they interact with each other, and you just come to see every character in this beautiful light, and it's just so great. So I'm so excited to have this third book. I don't know if this is like a trilogy or if this is just a continual series, but I am excited either way. Next book that's coming out in 2018, I believe this is coming out in August, maybe June. I'm really excited for it. I think this might actually be the one I anticipate most for its release date when it comes out, and that is The Phoenix Empress by K. Arsenault Rivera. So she's the same woman who wrote this lovely book, The Tiger's Daughter. And oh my gosh, I loved The Tiger's Daughter. I cannot explain to you how much I just loved this story. I just loved everything about it. I just loved the time period. I loved the characters. I loved the nature. I loved the interesting story style that I had never seen before, where it used a lot of second person, and it was one of the females referring to the other a lot through a letter, but it wasn't written in like day 55, I miss you, or anything like that. It was just such a beautiful way of writing the mix of second person with third person, these two women, their destinies, how they came together, the things that go wrong, the things that go well. I just loved everything about it so much. So this is about two women. Their fates are entwined as children, and it's the story of like how they grew up together. One telling the other, do you remember this time? Do you remember this? I'm going to pour out my heart to you, and I really love you, and like this whole beautiful story. And one is like this Mongol chiefess or a future Mongol chiefess, and one is this empress or a future like Japanese kingdom-ish empress, and they were beautiful together. I loved their personalities. I love how they contrast each other. I liked their faults. I just liked everything, okay? I can't pick out one thing because I'm just gonna say I loved everything about it. I was just so excited. So what I'm most anticipating about this book was The Tiger's Daughter was very much written in the perspective of one of the girls, the Mongol chiefess, and her writing to her lover, the Phoenix Empress. So I'm very curious on how the story writing style is going to be for the second book based on the name, how it's going to shape up, if it's going to stick to this writing style, is it going to be something different, is it going to be narrated by the Phoenix Empress more heavily this time? I don't know. I just know that I'm really excited for it, and I can't wait until next summer. Next couple of books on this list are books that I have yet to buy. They are released, I just have yet to buy them for one reason or another, whether or not because I don't have enough money or whether or not I'm waiting for some other reason. Then these are books I anticipate, even though I know I could purchase these books and read them. There's a different thing that's like standing in my way. So book number 5 is going to be A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. I have read A Darker Shade of Magic. I enjoyed it because I enjoyed the world and the world that was built. I will not be continuing with the series until next year because I believe it's May. The third book, A Conjuring of Light, will be released in paperback. And I'm just set in my heart that I need this series, but I only need it in American paperback and not any other version. I don't know why, but it's set in my heart that I need it like that, and it has been set that way even before I read A Darker Shade of Magic. When I first heard of this series, when I first saw the American cover, I was like, I'm getting that in paperback, and that's what I'm going to do. But I can't get the whole series in paperback until next year. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait until next year to finish the series because I'm just that way. You can't argue with me. You can't convince me. No, that's how it's happening. So book number 6 is going to be Witchwood by Tierra Moffi. This is one that I just haven't bought because I don't got no money, and I know if I go on Amazon, I'm going to end up spending all my money and not having any money at all. So it's really hard for me, but I can't buy this stupid book, okay? I'm just really sad about it because I really loved Furthermore. It was just so good. And I want that book so badly, but I can't buy it. So that's where I am right now. It's the companion to Furthermore. I think it might have some Furthermore characters in it, but it is not about the Furthermore characters. It's not even about Furthermore. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had that book backwards. I was too busy grieving over my lack of cash. So I'm really excited. I think it's about a girl who, like, she has to do this constant ritual of, like, washing the bodies of the dead. So, like, people don't really like her because she touches dead bodies. I don't know. It just has a really gorgeous cover. And I like Tara Mafi's writing from what I've seen from Furthermore. And I liked the whole world that she built with Furthermore. So I'm really excited to see what other worlds that she builds and where this story is going. So that's why I want that book so bad. And the last book on this list is another kind of petty reason for why I don't own this book already. Mainly just because I refuse to buy the copy that is available to me. And book number 7 goes to Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I loved Laini Taylor's writing when I read the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, so I'm really excited to see more of her writing, to see the new stories that she does. Even if sometimes I get a little annoyed at her plot devices, I must admit her story writing is beautiful, and even when she was doing things that annoy me as a reader, I was still like, but girl, caress my ears with that beautiful word usage. So I'm really excited to read Strange the Dreamer, but I live in America, so the edition looks like this. I don't want this edition. It's hideous, so I want this edition. This beautiful UK edition. But I haven't been able to find an easy way to get that, and I haven't wanted to invest much time into researching the best price point to get the edition that I prefer, because I don't have any money, so that's just gonna have to wait. Like many other books that I want, because I only want the UK version. It's a really big problem for those of us who live in a place where you only get the version available for your country easily. I hear in Canada that's a lot better. You can just get US or UK or whatever version you want easily. But if you live in the US or the UK, and God forbid you live in Australia, you ain't getting the version you want, especially if you're one of those people like me who likes to buy books in the most aesthetically pleasing version as possible. So yeah, this was my list for books that I anticipate in the coming year, whether they're books that are actually being released next year, or they're books that I just hope I have enough money for to buy the edition that I want next year. I'm just excited about books in general. Like, I would never say no to a book, even if it's a book I don't like. I'll just trade you for another book that I do. Comment down below if there's any books you're anticipating, whether they be brand new releases or just books that you haven't been able to find but you're really excited about reading. Comment down below, let me know what is that book for you. Don't forget to go check out Book Roast and her video on this subject, and if you like what you're seeing here, click all those bunnies down below, and goodbye, internet.